I'm here with some co-professionals and friends and people that are interested in the subject I'm going to talk about, which is about becoming happy in your marriage and your relationships. It's my passion in life to talk about that, and my hope with this speech is to inspire people to have hope also, that they could have a blissful, joyous, wonderful marriage, where they sometimes fight, but they always make up. My name is Kathy Infeld, and I've been a therapist for 27 years, a mediator 18 of those 27 years, and now I'm also a certified coach. I will do anything, including stand on my head, to help couples to know how to get along better. 8 years ago, when I was doing a divorce mediation, I had this very strong message inside myself to stop doing that. I was doing a lot of therapy, but I was also doing divorce mediations to help children. And what happened is I was sitting there and I had the very strong thought and feeling that I could have helped this couple if I could have been their therapist instead of their mediator. So 8 years ago, I signed off on being a mediator, even though I had a very large practice built and had a lot of associations in that field, and just devoted myself to working with couples and teaching couples how to be happily married. So that's my passion and purpose in life. So I wondered if anybody had any questions before I begin.
I have one.
Catherine.
What made you want to focus on couples?
Well, there's a 50 to 60% divorce rate. And I married 37.5 years ago, and I know the divorce rate wasn't that high back then. I know there was a spike in the 80s, but it wasn't 50 to 60%. And what astounds me is that today, 20% of all marriages end within 5 years, and 1 in 4 of that 20% end after only 2 years. So we're doing something wrong. Something's not working, or we don't know, maybe we're not doing something wrong, but we don't know what to do to be happy in a relationship. And what I'm suspecting and what I'm seeing in my office is that people have that joy and that passion and that dreams and hopes, and then what happens is when it gets tough, they just quit. And they haven't had good role models of how to get through the tough times, and they haven't gotten the tools anyplace, and they've lost hope. You know, that's the big thing. One of the things that I know from all the work that I've done in all 3 careers, 3 professions that I'm in, is that there are tools. I'm living proof. My husband and I are extremely different. I grew up Irish Catholic, one of 9 children, and he grew up one of 2 children, Russian Orthodox Jew. They were incredibly private. My family was incredibly social. We loved each other dearly. We were crazy about each other, and by the time we were married 2 years, we could barely stand each other. So I figure that there must be some reason that happened. I was guided or directed to learn all that it takes to really know how to have a marriage work. So that's how I got pulled into it and directed into it. Lynn?
Well, so what exactly do you do to help couples through difficult times?
Well, first of all, I think it's really good if they will go someplace. I know that we did therapy and we did workshops, we did AS training, we did lots of spiritual work. I say go wherever you feel comfortable getting the help, but get help someplace. When they come to my office as a couples counselor, the first thing I do is I ask them what's been working. People often forget that something's been working. And then I ask them what's not been working. And we work on that. Everybody wants to jump on what's not been working, and I just want to remind them that some things had been working. And to keep it going. And then what we do is we look at what it was like growing up in their family, what wounds they developed, what role models they had for a relationship, what triggers the 2 of them have in their relationship, because it's a remarkable relationship to become sensitive to what someone else needs and what also is very difficult for someone. What it does is it points out to us the things we need to work on. Needless to say, my husband and I had lots of things to work on. Some of the things that you can need to work on is maybe you had a bullying sister, or there was a monster at school, or you had a teacher that was really cruel, or there was a divorce or a death in your family. Whatever it was that caused you to have feelings about yourself or thoughts about yourself that weren't so good. And then that partner comes into your life and they do something that makes you not feel so good. And you want to attack them and you want to be angry with them and you want to make it all their fault. And what I say is that's the beginning of actually learning about yourself, healing it, and learning to love yourself so you can love another. There's a quote that I just love. It's by a Chinese Taoist philosopher, Lao Tzu, that says, let me say it correctly, to be loved deeply gives you strength. To love deeply gives you courage. And that's what I experience in a relationship, is that the depth and the fondness and how every day in my life, whether it's a great day or it's a challenging day, I feel such strength from knowing that I'm loved. The days that we're arguing about something, I'm like a ship without a rudder. I just, everything, it's not like it's a dependency. It's about that there's such a strength that comes from being loved. And thus such a strength from having a place to give that love. And that's what I want to give back to people. I think people are missing it and really want it. And that's my call to action for you. Please, if you're having challenging times, don't give up. There's tools. Check my website out, kathyinfeld.com. I'll direct you to other people as well and resources. And let's have some good marriages. Let's get that statistic down. Thank you.